What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm actually bringing you guys along and I'm going to share with you how I created this neon Minnie Mouse design on some Polygel extensions. So this design was done in collaboration with some lovely ladies that I have met here on YouTube, and this is basically our summer neon collab, and I'm going to go ahead and leave all of the details for the ladies who participated in this collab linked down below, and please definitely go and check out their designs. So if you guys would like to see how I completed this look from start to finish, then just keep on watching. So lovelies, before we dive into my nail design, I just wanted to share with you the other designs from the ladies who participated. So first up we have this neon animal print one by Vicky from Glitter Sparkle Nail Design. And then we have this beautiful 3D nail art one along with some spider gel, and this one is by Princess Nails by Diana. And then we move on to this gorgeous set that Gigi from MVP Nail Design's done. She matched her gorgeous neon glitter with some bling, and you guys know I love my glitter and bling, so this one is right up my street. And then finally we have this absolutely gorgeous ultra neon beautiful design by Medusa Nails and Things. And as always guys, I will go ahead and leave all of their details down below. So guys, without further ado, diving right in with this design, and I've already gone ahead and created my base for the sake of quickness. So I am going to be using a Polygel, well I did use Polygel for this look. I went ahead and applied a full cover to all of the nails except for the pointer, which I went ahead and created an elongated nail bed. And I used the Premier Gel's acrylic builder gel in Cover Pink for that, which, would you believe, I actually picked up in the sale for like $4.99. It was a total steal and absolutely beautiful colour. So I went ahead and did that off camera, and now moving in with the pointer finger, I am going to be doing this glitter encapsulated nail. So as you can see, I started with a clear layer of the Premier Gel's 2-in-1 base, and that's just a sticky layer basically for me to adhere my glitters to. And I'm actually going to be using the Smileys glitter store Minnie Mouse from her Disney collection, which was the complete and utter inspiration for this nail design. I found it in the bottom of my drawer. I completely forgot I got it and I was over the moon to find it, so I completely changed my mind halfway through this nail collab and did these nails instead, and I'm so pleased I did. So as you can see here guys, I am just basically adding that glitter. I fully cured that first layer, and I'm now going in with some nail glue to apply some of those little neon heads to that nail as well. So now moving on with the ring finger, which I must admit was my absolute favourite nail of them all. So I'm starting by applying 2 coats of Premier Gel's white gel polish, and as you can see I've left a little bit of a space there in between that Cover Pink gel and the white gel polish, so we have a little bit of a negative space sort of going on there. And then using Kiki London's PK05 from their pink range, I'm going to be going in with this really beautiful hot pink gel polish, and I'm going to again apply 2 coats of this, making sure my line is as straight as possible. And again, I cured those nails in between each layer. And then my next step was to go in with a fine detail brush and some black gel polish. This one is also by Premier Gel, and I'm going to be adding some little stripes going right across that white band that I've just created. Again, I do this in 2 coats, although it is pretty self-explanatory, so I've only left in the one. But I did have to go in and tidy up those lines and just make sure everything was as straight as possible, because the lines are super minute that it was a little bit difficult to get everything in line in one go. So I did go in with a second coat and just tidy everything up. And obviously guys, with this being a gel polish, I am curing as I'm going along. So after each layer I do a 30-second cure before moving on to the next one. So moving on guys, and the next step for this nail, I switched over to my dotting tool, and I'm using that same white gel polish that I used at the very beginning, and I'm going to go ahead and do some polka dots on the remainder of that pink bit of the nail. So I did start at the middle, and as you can see, I do the next set of polka dots in between that first set, and I just carry that on. So all of my polka dots are going in the same direction, and I also try and keep them pretty much the same size as well. And when I was happy with that, I did go ahead and pop that into my LED light for 30 seconds. So guys, moving on with the middle finger, and this one is going to be my Minnie Mouse nail. So for the base, I'm applying 2 thin coats of Premier Gel's white gel polish, and I did cure each layer for 30 seconds in between. And the reason that I'm applying the white base is because I'm using some of these really adorable Queen of Decals little water decals here, and they do require a white base for full opacity of the sticker. And like I said previously guys, I am going to be using the Minnie Mouse decal here, so I just went ahead and took my scissors and trimmed that out to size. Then using some lukewarm water and a pair of tweezers, I just dunked that into that water and left it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And this just allows the decal to remove from the paper backing. And then I went ahead and started to apply this to my nail. So I found with the Queen of Decal water decals that they could be a little bit tricky to add to the nail. But the knack with these is once you have them firmly attached into the place that you want them, you do want to remove some of the water. So what I did was take a little cotton pad, and then I just basically went ahead and removed that water, and it allows you to firmly press that decal into place and it doesn't go anywhere. And then I basically just went ahead and smoothed that out with my fingers, as you could see, so I got as much of the little lines out as possible. And then I took my scissors again and I just trimmed around that decal so it was fitting nice and snug to my nail and I didn't have any overhanging. And when I was happy that I had removed as much of that decal as I possibly could, I went ahead and top coated that with a layer of Premier Gel's High Shine No Wipe Gel Top Coat. So I just put a thin layer of that over that decal to protect it. But before I cured that, I went in again with some of that Smileys Glitter Store Minnie Mouse glitter, and I just basically added it to the outside of that water decal. Again, it was just basically to cover so much of the white part and to tie in the rest of that nail, with the rest of my design. And then I went ahead and popped that into my LED light, and I fully cured that for around about 60 seconds. So guys, we are now moving on with the thumbnail, and I decided to go ahead and just use that Cover Pink acrylic builder gel in a tube as my base colour, and over the top of that I'm applying some Premier Gel No Wipe High Shine Top Coat, which I am absolutely loving at the moment. So while that top coat was still wet, I had gone ahead and picked out those little neon heads from that glitter mix, and as you can see, I'm just applying these to the nail in a sort of polka dot fashion. And basically what I'm doing here guys is just making sure I have got all of the different colours available on the nail so it's nice and neon and really bright. And then I will go ahead and position all of those little heads so they're in the same direction and the whole nail completely flows. And then I will cure that nail completely for 60 seconds. So guys, a quick update on the nails. This is once I have gone ahead and applied the bulk of the nail art to my nails. This is also before I've encapsulated. I just wanted to show you guys the raw nails before anything is done. And then here is my nails once I have gone ahead and added just a little bit of striping tape to my ring finger, because I do think it adds a little bit of, just a little bit extra bouginess to the nail design. And then I also have here encapsulated all of my nails with a clear polygel and then filed and buffed them into shape. So I also had a little bit of an experiment with this striping tape. You guys may notice on my channel I very rarely use striping tape, but I love it so much. It's a great way to add a little bit of extra bouginess to your design, but it never sticks to the nail, no matter how I've tried, whether it's gem glue, whether it's gel, whether it's nail glue. I can never get striping tape to last the duration of a manicure. So this time I decided to go ahead and fully encapsulate the nail with a clear polygel, striping tape and all. and I'm 3 days, almost 4 days now into my manicure, and the striping tape is staying strong and it has not budged whatsoever. So I'm so pleased with that, and I actually think it may be my new way of fully encapsulating the striping tape, because like I say, I've had no lifting or no issues with it whatsoever, and I can't believe I didn't think of it before. I actually feel like a little bit of a scientist here, because it did work, zero issues at all. But anyway guys, jumping back into the actual nail design, so I'm going to start blinging up my pointer finger, and I'm using some really gorgeous 3D roses that I got from AliExpress. These ones are sort of like an ombre effect. They were absolutely gorgeous. I've wanted to use them for ages, and I just kind of thought this design was the perfect opportunity to do so. I'm applying these with some clear acrylic powder by Naio Nails. So as you can see, I've added the two sort of ombre ones at the top of the nail, and then underneath that I went in with a really nice muted pink one. So guys, for my ring nail, I'm going in with a tiny little bow just to tie this design in. So I basically started with small beads of white acrylic powder. I left that acrylic to go slightly matte, and then I'm going to be using the body of my brush to create a little sort of petal shape for the first little bit of my bow. And then I went in with a second bead and did the exact same. And a little tip if you're struggling with your 3D work is you want to make sure the bead is as dry as possible. So once you pick your bead up, you want to use a paper towel and drench as much of that acrylic liquid out of your brush as you possibly can. And that way it makes the bead a little bit easier for you to work with, and you can mould it a little bit easier into the shape that you want. And then to tie this bow in, I now went in with an even smaller bead of acrylic, and I'm going to be putting this into the middle and sort of tucking it into the end, just so it looks more like a little bow shape. And finally guys, my last and final steps in this design was to go ahead and wash and sanitize my hands, and I'm now going in with my favourite cuticle oil after I've applied my hand cream, and I'm really going to work this into my skin and give those cuticles a little bit of a massage. And finally lovelies, that is this design complete, and as you can see, to finish off my ring finger, I did go ahead and add a little bit bling because I can't help myself, let's be honest. And this is what the end result looked like once I have gone ahead and finished everything off, and I'm really happy with how these turned out. I love the little pop of neon as well as the sort of like classy cover pink nails. I thought they all tied in really well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this design too. So guys, to finish off today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you to Vicky from Glitter Sparkle for inviting me to their summer neon collab. I had so much fun doing this, and as always, I love meeting all of the ladies in the nail community. They're so lovely, and please do check out their YouTube channels. I will go ahead and leave all of the details linked down below. They are some of the nicest ladies that you will meet in this community, and it's always great to meet other ladies who have the same passions as I do, and that I could just basically chat with about all things nails, because let's face it, 90% of people in my life do not give a crap about nails, so I love to have just a little chin wag with them all. And again, I had so much fun filming this, so I'm really thankful that they asked me to join. And if you did enjoy today's video guys, please give me a thumbs up, I would totally appreciate it. And if you haven't already, don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notifications bell. And for all my lovely returning subscribers, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!